Hello everyone. Welcome on back to the Snowball Orchard. Today is a little bit of a different type of reaction video. We're going to be taking a look at both a teaser trailer and a few character sort of like announcement info sheets for the brand new upcoming indie animated series, The Elves of Amaranth. From what I understand, the team behind this show was co-founded by Not So Average Fangirl and We Last Reacts, two incredible reactors. Links to their channels will be in the description. And they are very passionate about animation, and I am very excited to sort of see what a show that they are working heavily behind the scenes on is going to look like. I've also seen the sort of the list of artists that's already been announced. Oh, this is gonna be good. There's gonna be some fantastic art in this, I can already tell. Link to the teaser will be in the description down below, as well as the Blue Sky account for Dragonfly Creations, as that is the sort of like, you know, studio name for the group making the show, and we will be taking a look at a few posts from that Blue Sky account for those character sheets. So yeah, links, again, teaser, their Blue Sky account in the description. Go check them out if you haven't already. And also, before we jump on into the reaction, I want to just say real quick, thank you all so much for your patience while I've been away for the most part due to extraordinary busyness over the course of the last month and a half. I really appreciate your patience. And also, thank you all so much for, as of recording this, for helping the channel reach 250 subscribers. I am super grateful. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, really helps the channel out, and I would really appreciate it. Let's see if we can't hit 500 by the start of the fall or start of the winter. One of the two, doesn't matter. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's jump on in. Ooh. That is a really good sort of like jingle for the logo. Wow. Wow. Alright, so it looks like we got... Yo, that logo animation. So clean! So clean. Hold on. Pilot coming soon? Oh, you already know I'm reacting to that. You already know. Okay, real quick. I want to just take a minute to appreciate the logo animation. Look at that. Oh, we got different, like, jumping from 1s to 2s on the like glow. That's clean. I love the like pitch black screen with that like almost like metallic reflecting light sort of shine coming on the big symbol. That is such a clean logo. Really like that. But let's take a look at the main star of the teaser. This is gorgeous. This is an absolutely incredible work of art. So it sort of is looking like, at least, is that snow, or is that like something else? Like around the tree, like at first I was like, oh, this looks like, you know, a snowy sort of like mountain-ish area in like a fantasy world, and it definitely looks like a fantasy world, and given the name, I definitely think it's going to be fantasy, heavily fantasy like themed. But looking at the tree a little bit, it like doesn't necessarily look like snow. Like over the tree it looks like snow, but down here that almost looks like spider webs or something like that. Same deal here. I can't tell if those are like icicles or spider webs or something else entirely. Really, really, really pretty piece. I love the lighting shining over the valley. I love the most of this cliffside on the left and like everything on the like bottom right here, sort of like in the shadow of what I'm assuming is going to be like another mountain behind where the camera is looking. And then this ledge is lit up with our main characters sitting there. That I love this art style. Like, I could gush for hours about how much I like this art style. It really gives sort of like this. This is going to be an incredibly strange analogy. But say you have a very, very smooth stone, and you have, like, let's sit out in the sun for a while. That type of warmth and smoothness that rock is then going to have when you pick it back up, the colors give me that sort of vibe, but like in the art world sense. I know, super weird analogy, but it's warm and smooth and very, very charming is what I'm trying to get at. I also I love the colors. I love the like different shades that were used for this. This world is gonna be super, super pretty. Also, I love the like little, I can't tell if those are like red flowers or red berries, but it's a super nice touch because of like how many like brown, orangey colors and grays we have for the rocks, and just like the color, the greens and the browns for the trees and the grass, and it's a really, really great contrast, especially with how subtle it is. It doesn't take up too much of the piece, and it's also sort of off to the side. Really, 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 really like that. But enough rambling about this. Let's take a look at those character sheets. Also, real quick, a little bit of a better look at the characters from that same shot in the teaser, just, you know, zoomed in a little bit. These designs go hard. These designs go very, very, very hard. Alright, so first up we have Theo. Although something with her name is crossed off. Interesting. Okay. So, I love the fact that these character sheets have pronouns, by the way. Love that so much. Elven race forest elf. Ooh. So we're going to... This already... The elven race forest elf thing, and also the whole thing down here, jumping ahead a little bit with the blessed mark, has me so intrigued about, like, how is the sort of, like, power system and magic system going to work in this world? And like what are the major differences between the different elven races? And also what is the blast mark? Like what does it do? What is it for? I'm super, super intrigued. I really like this character design. Like this is very, very, very clean. Age 25, height 5'4". Can you give me some of your short height, Theo, please? Thank you. Let's go lesbians. Let's go lesbians. Blast mark, back of neck, magic abilities, none. Interesting. Raised on the outskirts of the land of Coloden, I hope I pronounced that right. Theo lost her parents at the age of 8. Taken in by her clan's elders, she was trained to become an assassin. Theo is keen to do the right thing for her people and for their goddess Amaranth. Awkward and stubborn, Theo takes time to warm up to new people that she meets. Interesting. So, Amaranth is a goddess. Fascinating. So, that really makes me like sort of wonder about the title of the series, The Elves of Amaranth. How what does that mean? What does that imply? I'm super, super intrigued. I'm really, I'm already getting very invested in this, and we have like one shot, some very good music, very good art, and a few character info sheets. But that's Theo. Very fascinating. Very it sounds like very tragic backstory. Potential there. Awkward and stubborn. Love that. Sounds like me. But yeah, I think Theo's gonna be a very, very, very fun character to sort of just watch her grow on the screen. I can't wait. Now let's take a look at next character, Ivana. Also a she/her, elven race, high elf, age 27, so a little bit older than Theo, height 5'9", a little bit taller than Theo. Sexuality, bisexual. Let's go. Bisexual? Right, anyway. Let's not let Jet the Hawk invade this too much. Anyway, blessed mark, left breast, magic abilities, ice manipulation. Okay. She definitely gives, like, design-wise, she definitely gives the vibes of an ice wielder. Something that I'm now, like, really kind of thinking about with the blessed mark, and the them being in different places. For one thing, I'm super curious about what each blessed mark looks like. But two, I'm sort of wondering, is this sort of similar in a sense to the... I feel like an absolutely fraudulent Sleepless Domain fan right now. The magical girl symbols that each of them have. I need to read through that series again. I'm like forgetting too much. But each magical girl has a different symbol somewhere on her body, and it's always like in a different place. Like Heartful Punch has it on the back of her hand. Zoe Bletcher has it over one of her eyes. Undyne, I think, has it in the middle of her chest, if I'm remembering correctly. I think Tessa does as well. Don't quote me on that. I think Rue had hers on her back somewhere, I think. Don't quote me on a lot of the magical girl symbol placement. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but you know, I'm sort of interested to see if it's sort of going to function similarly to that. Like it's a different mark with a different placement and sometimes even different colors, depending on who the character is, what type of elf they are, and also what type of magical abilities they have. I'm sort of inclined to suspect it's kind of like that, but also it's going to have something more prominent to the overall narrative, because they're called blessed marks, and we already know that there's a goddess named Amaranth, and Amaranth's name is in the series title, so I have to suspect that there's going to be something very important with those blessed marks. Anyway, though, born in Seraph Valley, Princess Ivana was tended to by many staff members within the palace. Raised by her nanny and various employees, she has a modest head, kind heart, and a deep desire to learn all she can. Due to her strict etiquette, Ivana was never able to make many friends unless you count the birds who'd often visit her windows. That's a little bit sad. But super, super interesting that it looks like one of the main characters is going to be a princess of one of, I'm assuming, one of the major areas of this series. I want a scene where Theo is squishing Ivana's cheeks. This smile, for some reason, this smile is giving me vibes of very, very squishable cheeks. And like that would just be so, so cute. if we got a moment like that. No, I love this character design. There's honestly a part of me that wants to, like, okay, I've been wanting to get into cosplay for a while now, and there's a part of me that kind of wants to cosplay Ivana. She's really cool, no pun intended. She's also hot. Don't at me. Alright, I think we've got one more. Flipping through art already. There's some fantastic art of these characters. Alright, we've got one more. Pip. Is she like a ferret or something? Not sure. Either way, her character design is freaking adorable. Yo, this series needs to get a big enough following so that way we can get Pip plushies. I already have the priorities down. Magic abilities, power of speech, that's cool. Bio. Bound on the brink of death, Pip is saved by Princess Ivana. Once it is discovered she has the ability to talk, Pip becomes an unintended member of the group and brings a fun, witty energy to the dynamic. Charming antics ensue, and while your rations may be safe from her, your strawberries won't be. Oh, let's go! We got a strawberry fan! I love strawberries. They're so yummy. And Pip's got good taste in the berries. Alright, this to me sort of implies we're going to get in that pilot episode sort of the first... I would assume we're going to see the first meeting between Pip and Ivana, and possibly Theo as well. That's mere speculation, though. That would be super cool to see. I can already tell from the character design this is going to be a contender for my favorite character, because I feel like she's going to be just, like, very, very silly and just bring a great energy to the show. I am loving this, and we have such a small amount of content already, but you better believe, when that pilot drops, reaction video ASAP is going to be up on my channel. So be looking forward to that for when the pilot does indeed drop. Once again, link to the teaser and to the Dragonfly Creations Blue Sky account will be in the description down below, as well as the YouTube channels for the co-founders, Not So Average Fangirl and We Last Reacts. I highly recommend going to check them out as well if you have not already. You've been living under a rock in the animation reaction world. Yeah, I cannot wait for the Elves of Amaranth. This is going to be a great show. And that is going to, I think, wrap it up for today. Thank you all so very, very much for tuning on in and showing the support. It really means a lot. Leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Elves of Amaranth already. I mean, I've said it a million times already. I am very excited for this. This looks super fun, super charming, super whimsical. Make sure also to hit like and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel out, and I would really, really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed your time at the Snowball Orchard today. I know I had fun, and I will see you all next time. Bye!